Hello and welcome to Edge Radio TV Network, Women's Empowerment segment. I'm your host, Nicole Giddens, health and fitness expert and founder of Halo PR. Y'all go check out my Halo PR Facebook page. And I have my co-host here, L. Brooke White, entrepreneur extraordinaire, and with Brooke White Real Estate Services. So if you guys need some real estate, she is the chick to hit up. As a matter of fact, you were just showing me a house.
I was just showing houses before I got here.
It was beautiful.
I know.
Where's
we put
that
an offer. It's up north. It's like I literally came from the country to come here today. So it's in Point Blank, Onalaska area. It's on the lake. It's gorgeous. They put an offer in. We're just waiting to hear if we got it.
I've never met an agent that loves her job so much until I met Brooke. And
well,
it's like
you.
She's just so passionate about it. So you guys look for her stuff. She'll hook you up for sure.
I'll take care of you. I actually work. That's true.
Believe it or not.
I do. I'm on the road all the time.
Well, I have a surprise for you.
Oh,
yes.
I get a surprise today?
So Halo PR is going to host, I'm going to host my first event at Burgers and Bordeaux. Remember we had Charlie on our show last week.
Yes.
So we're going to do a fashion show with his clothing line, Sophia.
Oh, so exciting.
And Edge Radio is going to broadcast from the fashion show. It's going to be an amazing night. And it's for the Be an Angel charity. And I don't know if you guys have heard about Be an Angel, but they're an amazing charity that helps disabled children get all of the apparatuses that they need that insurance can't cover. So you guys check it out. I'll be sending the flyers out. Edge Radio will be advertising it, of course, and it'll be on my Facebook pages. I'm so excited to raise money for them. Dan Pastrini is an advocate for them from the Houston Oilers.
Nice.
Yeah, so Dan will come
exciting.
out. We'll raffle off a date with Dan. You guys can raffle off a lunch date with Dan and pick Dan's brain.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Isn't that cool that he does that?
That's awesome.
What a nice guy, right?
I mean, yes.
So after our first break, we have an amazing guest today, Jessica Hatch. She's a walking Barbie doll, and she's not only just absolutely stunningly gorgeous, but she's got some brains behind that beauty. So we're going to be talking about her charity and her med spas, her diagnostic clinics. But before we get into it with her, I looked up some world beauty secrets, and maybe we'll quiz her when we get on.
That'll work. She probably knows all the answers anyway.
Yeah, probably. So I was looking up health and beauty secrets for all over the world. And so the first one that came up was India. And turmeric has actually gotten way, way more popular. A lot of people know about the turmeric, right?
Yes, I've heard of that.
But they live by it for brain food. They live by it. And it's an anti-inflammatory. So it's the curcuminoids in the turmeric. So you guys get yourself some turmeric. If you want a stronger brain. Thailand says eat a bunch of chili peppers every day for your metabolism to stay skinny.
I don't either.
I've never seen a fat Thailand person, though.
I know.
I mean, did that sound bad?
No.
I really haven't.
I haven't.
Have you?
No, I don't know much, though. So, hey, you know who does, though? Charlie's, he was in Thailand
he was in Bangkok.
Yes,
that's right. We'll have to ask him. We'll
owns
get a consensus.
hotel there.
We need to go.
I know.
That's another show.
That's another show.
We'll do a remote broadcast.
We'll have Edge over in Thailand.
Japan suggests to chew your food 20 times.
I've heard this.
I thought it was like 100.
I'm not doing that. And 20 is excessive. I'm sorry. Most of the time when I eat, it's because I'm dying of starvation at that point.
Yeah, so you're lucky if you chew it at all.
Yes.
The Netherlands says ditch the car for a bicycle.
Okay. But
Are you going to do that?
I drive too far. I'm not bicycling nowhere.
This one's interesting. Russia says apply egg yolks, honey, and cucumber from head to toe. Just lather it on your skin.
Egg yolks, what?
Egg yolks, honey, and cucumber. I would think that you want to use like a local honey, though. You wouldn't want to use all those preservatives.
Well, it has to be a Texas honey.
Right.
Local.
It'll help you with your allergies.
Yeah, that's true.
Sweden suggests a home sauna.
Oh, okay. I can
but
see
I
that.
live by infrared saunas. Have you ever sat in a sauna?
No, but you've told me about it, and I would love. Well, no, I've been in a sauna, but I haven't
infrared
done,
is like amplified. It's a sauna on steroids. It's amazing. If you guys ever get a chance, sit in an infrared sauna. It detoxes your body 10 times more than just a regular sauna. It puts a vibration up underneath your skin, burns fat, detoxes.
I wouldn't be able to walk afterwards. Every time I go to a sauna, I'm like lightheaded.
It's hot in there.
I know. I hate it.
Romania says soak nails in olive oil.
Okay, well that I believe.
Yeah,
I do, because that just helps with your cuticles and everything.
Yeah,
they put the cuticle oil on at the nail salon, and that always makes it.
That's probably made.
It's the same thing.
You never know.
Yeah.
China says rice water. They just can't get over the rice, man. They love the rice.
Well, I love
rice with everything.
I love rice. So much China, but I love rice.
China's not a favorite with America
We're
right
not
now.
a fan right now.
We'll listen to you, China. We'll do it. Turkey uses daisy water to highlight the hair.
Say what?
Yeah.
If it
and I guess you
this
smell
blonde,
good too,
I
right?
don't think it's good. It needs to go platinum.
I need bleach.
I need bleach.
Panama, drink more cocoa, but not the cocoa we think, not the packaged cocoa, like the all-natural cocoa is a great anti-inflammatory, good mood lifter. It's not good, doesn't taste good?
No.
Put it in a capsule.
Everything goes in a capsule.
And they're saying yarrow, the yarrow extract for stretch marks.
Oh, I don't know. What is yarrow?
It's an ancient healing, antimicrobial, pain-relieving extract. Yeah, it helps heal a broken capillaries, sensitive skin, problematic skin.
Interesting.
I don't know. It's worth a shot.
Guess so. I'm not getting any more stretch marks, so I don't have any extra.
Colombia says avocado for shiny hair, and Costa Rica says shrink your pores with orange juice. And you know, the United States isn't on here.
I wonder why. Because never mind.
FDA.
That's another story and another show too.
We're like all the chemical stuff.
Give us our
fry
bleach
your face
and
off.
Our Lysol and our Clorox.
Chemical peels.
Yeah, can I get some Botox on the side?
Clip, snip, and lift it. Botox.
Push it up. Push it real good.
That would all be what the U.S. would say. I hope you guys got a lot out of that. I just thought I'd educate our audience a little bit today. We're going to take a break, but when we get back, we're going to have Jessica Hatch, and we're going to hear what she does, because she's got to be doing something. She is a knockout. Y'all stay tuned.
We work our whole lives to support our families. With one accident or illness, it can all be gone in an instant. Now there's a smart, affordable way to protect your family. Go to findhealthbenefits.com and discover low-cost life insurance for as little as $2 per month. Add to that a tax-deferred annuity that can help you protect your assets and grow your money for retirement. Learn more. Go to findhealthbenefits.com or call 877-235-6094. A critical illness can strike without warning and wipe out your life savings. In fact, it's the #1 reason for bankruptcy. Find Health Benefits offers an affordable solution. Get up to $50,000 if you get cancer, stroke, or a heart attack, giving you the peace of mind to focus on getting better while the plan helps you to pay your bills and medical expenses. Learn more. Go to findhealthbenefits.com. or call 877-235-6094. 66% of seniors spend more time shopping for cable TV than Medicare plans. Most say because it's just too confusing. Laws change every year. The wrong plan could cost you thousands and prevent you from seeing the doctors you want. Introducing FindHealthBenefits.com. Save time, save money, see specialists without referrals. Go to FindHealthBenefits.com or call 877-235-6094 for this informative brochure.
Society is on the edge. Let's bring them back. Edge Radio. Because truth still matters.
Welcome back on break. Brooke, you never disappoint. So we have Jessica Hatch here, but I have to laugh. So welcome to the show, Jessica.
Thank you. Thank you both for having me. It's good to be back.
She is an amazing individual.
Yes,
she owns 2 diagnostic clinics, 2 med spas, and you have your own nonprofit, Hatching for Health, and her own show. So you guys got to check out her show. It's amazing. But first, she was telling us about this event on Wednesday at one of her diagnostic clinics, and she said a lot of doctors and lawyers and stuff will be there, and Brooke's eyes lit up like a kid in a candy store. She said, "Oh, we're singles?"
She was pulling out her calendar. What time is it?
What time? When? Let me book you.
That's so funny. But this is going to be at the Infinity Diagnostic Center, February 10th. So are you inviting all the public out to this, or?
I am, because being that it's a facility where we're obviously helping people with diagnostic needs, you know, clinical needs on the med spa side, really anyone's welcome. I have, you know, sent it directly, like I mentioned, to a lot of our existing clients, which includes attorneys and doctors. But yeah, I'm inviting you guys, and anyone tuning in today is welcome to stop in, and we're gonna have some door prizes and light bites and wine. So
Nice.
That's awesome. Is that the same med spa that we went to for Halloween?
It is, yeah.
I love that. Oh, it's just so pretty there, y'all. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's
And
nice.
the Halloween thing, I mean,
That was
did not
fun.
disappoint.
Yeah, that.
You guys need to come next year.
Yeah, this year. It's already this year.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It's like I feel like I blinked. Yeah,
I did blink.
I don't know what
right?
happened.
It's so
It'll
fast.
be Halloween before we know it.
Oh, let's not push
But
it.
I was very disappointed with what I wore after I saw the costumes there. I was like, oh no,
Oh,
next year
is going
I have
down.
to come, because I have to come next year,
like,
and
yes.
I am stepping it
Me
up.
and Nicole are gonna spend like $300 on our outfit next year.
It's crazy. Like, honestly, I feel like it's like showstopper
It
situation.
was.
You guys, like, because your bodies, like, you can kind of put on anything and make it work. Like, but they were both sexy.
Well, thank you.
But then you've
Thank
got people that are like naked on
I
mono.
mean, they
Yeah.
were.
I mean,
No, I definitely
in
said I
a-
should have wore less clothes.
in like, you know, a
I know, definitely.
I don't know if you want to
The
call it
Vegas
like a
chick.
classy way.
That
but
one.
no, it wasn't.
definitely
it
like
wasn't,
minimalistic
vulgar.
outfits.
No,
but
it was classy.
they were
Mhm.
like, you could
It
tell they
was-
spent money on them, you know. So
Yes.
it was like, okay, we'll work with.
They
that.
were all great.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a beautiful evening.
The Vegas chick, she was my fave.
Yeah, no,
Yeah. I
mean, she
definitely.
was.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, for real.
I was like, that
I
is a
wanna know where
Vegas
she got
outfit
that.
for
Yes.
Vegas. That's what she got.
It was,
she got it in
it was
Vegas.
awesome. Probably
Awesome.
bought it off Showgirl while she was there.
Yeah.
How much for that? So where's the location for this event?
Yeah, it's 3310 Edlow Street, and it's right there by Lakewood Church. Is always a great reference.
Yes.
So it's right on 59. You know, you drive straight down Edlow, or you hit West Alabama, and we're right there. So
Nice.
yeah.
So
exciting.
tell our audience how you got started with your diagnostics clinic and your med spa. And I mean, you're just a rock star. So what drove your passion to get involved in that?
Yeah, so I definitely have planted myself right in the healthcare arena across, you know, everything that I do. You know, I was an athlete growing up, and college athlete to follow after high school, on scholarships, and just very driven.
Yeah.
I consider very coachable. I think a lot of the discipline I got from being, you know, in those positions, like playing, you know, sports where, you know, you're academics are being paid for, and you know, you're expected a different level as to what you're, you know, supposed to accomplish, you know, each and every day. And I think from that, I mean, I was a kinesiology major, minor in health. So that did, you know, obviously fall in line. I didn't really find my way as it relates to healthcare specific till probably about 4 years out of college. I was, you know, doing a lot of jobs that were more related to business development still, you know, advertising, things like that. But it wasn't healthcare until I think 2009, which is just 4 years after graduating college. And then that's when it just all started, and actually started in California, believe it or not. Wow. Yeah, recruiting.
You look like
radiologists.
She should be. Yeah, she needs to live in California.
No, we're keeping her in Texas.
Yeah,
let's not send her there.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, my a lot of my family grew up there, and it's, I mean, not that it's like another country, but I feel like I'm half Californian, if you want to call it that, half Texan, because my dad grew up there, grandparents, we went there, you know, every summer, and still there's a lot of family over there, so it's part of me, you know, it feels like home. So I was there, you know, chasing dreams, and you know, and things were going wonderfully, but I got in this healthcare position recruiting radiologists for hospitals like across the country, really.
Oh, wow.
And that just kind of positioned me in a place where I felt in control, more so than I did, you know, going on auditions, to be honest. I mean, you're going and you're like, am I right for the role? Am I right for the role? You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like, and you know, I had that college degree. I was, you know, very invested in whatever I was going to do. But I took that moment to go to LA and kind of go that route. But a lot of things were pulling me in different directions. And when I started succeeding, recruiting radiologists and building that company, I just kind of found a home. And so I felt like, well, I can always go back and kind of create something in that entertainment space if I'm successful, like I've done with Hatching for Health.
Yes,
of course you have.
And that's kind of where, you know, like, for whatever reason, you know, I full circle back, and you know, I think 3 years ago now, I was like, okay, I'm going to just put money that I've made from here and start this foundation with alongside this show. And then it kind of gives me that that entertainment, you know, side of me fulfilling it. Yeah. So it's like, that's basically kind of the, you know, kind of this how it circled around. But yeah, so healthcare started for me in California, and worked for them for about 2 years before I migrated back to Houston, continued that position. And then once I got here, it's just, I mean, it's like a, you know, healthcare mecca with the medical center, and there's so much, and so many different doors opened, and so kind of a departure out of there, and started basically kind of coming to my own and create my own companies from that point on.
Nice. Cool. I mean, what a great story, you know.
Seriously.
It's funny with the cards that you're dealt in life. You know, you probably never would have thought that you would be in the position that you are right now, doing the stuff that you're doing. You know, you had your eye on the prize being in California, and then it just veered over to the other direction. You went full circle right back to where your goals and aspirations were.
That's so great.
So that's amazing. So what type of services does the diagnostic clinic provide? Like, are you just everything diagnostic, or do you specialize in anything? Or
so our facility, which is there off of Edlow Street, that specific location is MRIs, pain management, which includes like any kind of spinal injections, extremity injections. Yeah, so we do them under local anesthesia as well as like fully sedated. We have an anesthesiologist that comes in to our like OR to do those. And then we also do EMGs. So we have a technician that comes in every week to do EMGs. And then outside of that, we do have our Beaumont location that is also MRI and pain management.
Right.
So that location opens this upcoming week.
Oh, nice.
So it's been a long road to get there, but we started early last year, prior to COVID, and had a lot of delays. But yeah, both of them are pretty similar on what they offer. And then just kind of outside of that, I have a very unique company. It's a scheduling service. So we actually assist patients anything from a simple x-ray all the way to a spine surgery, a neuro, even a brain surgery. So we have this vast network, or I have this vast network that my, team schedules patients with. And we do so much. We really are, what I would kind of consider a concierge service to help so many patients. We've found ourselves helping a lot more attorney clients than anything right now, just because these car accidents happen. And you think, MRIs, injections, maybe surgery, but you've got patients that have broken nose, need a plastic surgeon, had an explosion situation, they need to see an audiologist. There's so many things that we keep getting calls for. And so now we've got like a specialist in those areas.
Oh, that's
and
so cool.
we're like,
just keep expanding.
Yeah, it's like
what amazing Rolodex.
It's
you know. Just skim through her phone book.
Just leave it there.
What do you need? Let me find it.
For you. No J's.
So
well, you're helping people too. I mean, okay, these people are prominent and you know they're very impressive, but at the latter end, you know, at the end of the day, you're helping people find the care that you need, and you're providing them good care, and that's a big deal.
There's been some situations where, I mean, I get very involved on the client side, like, you know, clients that are needing a various number of different services. I end up kind of directly speaking with them, and I have like this rapport with them, which is great. But we even had a patient, I'll give you an example, and in some instances, we're not financially tied at all. Like, it's literally just a service we're providing. But we were referred her. She had recently had a CT scan and realized that her cancer had like already started to metastasize. The referral uniquely was from a chiropractor, and so they were having a really hard time getting the prior authorization done for a PET scan at a Memorial Hermann or Methodist location in the Woodlands. So our, you know, basically medical billing team just like assisted in getting that authorization completed after like numerous times, because the insurance company was hesitant because they're like, well, it's already seen that it's metastasized through the CT scan. Why do you need now a PET scan to see more? It's like, that way we can see where all it's metastasized. You know, it's like, it's so unique how the insurance companies are like, you know, they really have a lot of pushback to cover things. But, you know, if you have the right people in place, like you can get that accomplished. And, you know, it was for the benefit of, you know, that Methodist hospital to complete the PET scan. We don't do those in-house. But that's like a perfect situation where I was so thankful for Brooklyn. She's the one that got that done. She's like, runs upstairs. She's like, I got it authorized. And we're like, oh my God, like, because she called and they're like, well, no, we're denying it because the CT's been done. We're like, that's part of it. Anyway, so I don't mean to go on.
I don't understand.
That moment felt like, I know, it didn't.
It's not fair.
And it's all about the insurance carrier. They're all so very different.
And what they want to dish out, you know, they'll take your money, no problem. But when it comes to help you after you've been, you know, a customer of theirs for years and years and years, they're very minimal. And
I don't get it.
It's not nice. I don't understand why they don't do PET scans for breast cancer, because like my mother, for example, she had a double mastectomy, and she just chose to have the double mastectomy over one lump on the left side of the breast, but she didn't want to take any chances of it transferring over to the other breast. When they took the other breast off, they found some there too. But why can't they figure that out before the surgery?
Yeah, really.
You know what I mean?
There should be the ability to do the other scan,
right?
Yeah.
Right,
100%.
And you know,
I mean, are those? I mean, I'm sure they're extremely expensive for a PET scan, correct?
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, you would typically, like, if you were paying out of pocket, like, pay $1,500 to $2,000 for
that's
that.
What I was thinking.
You know, versus like a CT scans are only cash price like $350.
So it's a financial thing.
So they're definitely, and then when a hospital's doing it, it's much greater. I'm talking a cash price at what we consider a freestanding facility, not owned by a Methodist, Memorial Hermann, etc.
So that goes up from there.
Yeah, for the brand.
But her insurance, based on her benefits, you know, she needed to go to like a hospital like that. Like, she couldn't go to the freestanding location. You know, so it's all about like identifying. You know, in her situation, it was insurance, not personal injury, but it was identifying like what that plan looked like and what location she can go to. And that's what happens a lot. I mean, we get orders every day that we have to just outsource. But we follow, you know, getting them properly scheduled, just as though they were coming into our own office, you know, because that way we're not like
that's great patient care. I mean,
it's a great bedside manner and all the way around.
Just giving it the same, you know, like I said, whether we're going to end up financially benefiting or not, you can't look at it that way. You know, sometimes it is like, I need more staff to help patients. We're not even, you know, again, financially benefiting, but in the long run, I don't see how like that would be a negative. Like, it's going to benefit in a positive way. Karma, like, you know, Christianity, like all that.
Yeah,
we know what you believe,
integrity, everything.
You know, we'll all come back around.
Being genuine goes a long way.
We'll come full circle, So
because you know they're not going to get the same treatment at the hospital they have to go to, because nobody. I hate to say that because nurses are great, don't get me wrong, but there's bedside manner is very different from a freestanding location than a hospital.
They're overworked.
Sometimes I was going to say
they're overworked. I know. So it's
I never understood the shifts of a nurse.
Me neither. I don't think
I think they should have shorter shifts than anybody.
Oh, dang.
You know, like those 12, 14-hour shifts is ridiculous, and then 3 days in a row.
I know.
It doesn't make any sense. Of course they're going to be cranky and tired and not personable.
I think that there's, I think, I mean, you know, and it's just all about that day, that moment. Like anybody could be having a bad day, but it's at the end whenever they're exhausted and just kind of like, and they're dealing with, you know, one sick patient after another. You just never know in what moment you're gonna get them, and it could be the best experience ever, or it could be like, oh goodness.
Yeah, it takes a certain kind kind of individual to do that occupation. So shout out to the nurses out there.
Yeah, shout out,
especially the nice ones.
Yes, we love y'all. I've had great nurses.
If you're cranky pants, find a different place.
I think they knew not to send a cranky nurse to me during my baby births because my mom probably told them, okay, you're gonna need to get her the nicest nurse you can. Just saying,
you got a feisty one here. Well, besides the diagnostics, let's talk about the fun stuff. So you got a med spa too. So tell us what your med spa does.
Yeah, so our med spa is, you know, a place that you can come in and get, you know, more of the cosmetic services as well as just the relaxation side. You know, from the massage therapy to M-Sculpt. We also have a Hydrafacial.
Yes.
Those are so good.
They're wonderful. They're just like a refresher.
We need to go.
Yeah, I know. Y'all do. Those will be some of the door prizes too that night that will be just given out. As long as you have a business card with you, you're a potential winner. Yeah. So, and then of course we do, you know, the fillers and the Botox. One of the more popular fillers right now happens to be a product by Galderma, and it's called Kiss, but it's spelled Kysse. And it's specific for the lips. It's actually what I have in my top lip. Yeah, only I had everything else like taken out so that I could just have the benefit of that. But our girl does like a Russian lips is what she calls it, and so the approach just kind of pops it up a little more. And I think just kind of creates like a bigger smile. But yeah, she's doing a lot of the Russian lips with our Kiss product. But really fillers, I mean, people like want to have a more defined jawline, you know, just kind of create some youth and put it into the cheek area. And a lot of times people come in, they're like, oh, I really want to fill this. It's so deep. But she'll end up actually filling the cheeks and it lifts this area.
That's what I want to do.
Yeah, and it's beautiful. Like it just kind of brings back that, because that's where we lose most of our volumes in the cheek area. And so it does so much when you just kind of properly, you know, have it filled in on each of the cheeks. Yeah, so she does a wonderful job.
Thinking like, what else do I need? I haven't done that, so I'm like, well, try anything once, twice.
I've gotten filler before for here.
Have you?
And they did suggest here, but I was afraid to change the shape of my face.
Well, yeah.
But I'm like way overdue. Everything's declining.
It won't.
Yeah, no way.
It won't change. You look great. You've always had like really pronounced cheekbones too. So that's where, you know, I feel the same. But I do look like ooh, they're not as full as like, you know, 10 years ago. I'm like I could go back to that.
Yeah, right.
You know,
What regimen do you do for your face?
So I do have a skincare line called Infinity Skincare, and we've had it for a few months now. So I mean, it has like A to Z products, like, and that's like the biggest thing. I felt like I was using like one of this and one of that, you know, like, but this actually has these kits, which I love. So you've got like, you know, an anti-aging kit, and it's got like a 3-step, you know, system. You've got a acne kit, you know, and I love that because then it's like, this is exactly for what my skin needs, and I can use these, you know, in this little system. Versus like, I've heard this works from L'Oreal, and this works from, you know, whatever it might be. So that's one thing I love about it. It does have like all those various options, and we really have like even little scrub pads to just like get makeup off. And all of it's like
convenient,
medical grade, dermatology tested. So yeah, we have a commercial coming out, just kind of with a various group of ages and models, you know, putting on the skincare and using the different kits. Yeah, so people can kind of really connect with what all they're doing. So
that's pretty cool.
Nice. I remember watching that one commercial you did,
which
you were with your skincare products. And you and your assistant produced something. It was pretty good.
Yes, it might have been for like
quality.
For one of the like microneedling treatments, maybe, where we were talking about like putting little exosomes into the skin.
I need to do that too.
So microneedling,
I'm out of the loop.
Well, you guys stay tuned. We're gonna take a break, and when we come back, we're gonna talk about Hatching for Health and her charity, and maybe a few more beauty tips. So you don't want to miss it. We'll see you in a minute.
Tired of not getting what you want in bed?
Are you ready to spice things up behind those closed doors?
Woo! We're here for you every hump day at 7 p.m.
This is Sex on the Edge with Jen and Hen. I'm Jennifer Reeves.
And I'm Hendrik Scott, and we are professional licensed sex therapists.
So remember to watch us Wednesday at 7 p.m. on Edge Radio TV, just in time for sexy time.
Are you a small business owner concerned about the downturn in the economy? Top business leaders like Mattress Mac and Warren Buffett will tell you that now is the time to promote your business more than ever. People need your services. Your business needs an edge. Learn about special advertising packages for small businesses right here on Edge Radio. Find out more, give us a call at 281-744-0446. That's 281-744-0446. Edge, because truth still matters.
Welcome back. We were just talking about getting electrocuted to stay in shape.
Yes.
No.
Yes, it sounds amazing.
It really works. Trust us.
No, seriously. So let's elaborate a little bit more on some amenities of the med spa, some of the modalities you guys do, and then I want to talk about Hatching for Health. So you were just talking about the Hydrafacial and the M-Sculpt.
I have done that. The M-Sculpt, I have it.
Just repeat everything you just
said. So with the Hydrafacial, it's something that it's like a 30-minute session. You can come in on a lunch break, and it's sucking out like all the imperfections, like the blackheads, the whiteheads, as gross as that sounds. And then at the end of it, like you can see them all in the bottom of that container that it's sucked out. And meanwhile, it's also like, putting these different serums into the skin, just to help like feel fresh when you leave. But it's also like nutrients. I mean, going into help with collagen growth, and then there's a blue light at the very end that also stimulates like your skin as you leave. So that's a great piece of equipment. And
so it's blue light that produces a collagen. So what's the red light do? I thought it was the red spectrum, so it's blue.
So the red light is actually used in our Slim Body Pod machine.
Yes.
And that machine has red light therapy, and so that helps with from arthritic pain to basically the vibration of it is helping break down the fat cells, and then it's helping them migrate through, basically like the lymphatic system to be flushed out. But the red light's breaking them down, and then the vibrating is pushing it through the system.
I'm going on that thing.
It does.
I love red light
That's
therapy.
15 minutes.
I love red light therapy.
Those are great. And you put, we have this, we call it Cellulite Cream, because it really helps reduce cellulite. But you rub it all over your body, it creates like a tingling effect. And you're go into that pod for 15 minutes, and then again you're on the go, and it gets real warm, so you typically will have like a light sweat, but you can usually you're in it with just usually a sports bra and like your panties, so you get out, kind of dry off, and like you're ready to go, like put your clothes back on.
It's not like you worked out for an hour.
It doesn't, it's not that intense. And then the M-Sculpt, as we're speaking about equipment, so this machine is great. I mean, it can be very pricey based on where you go, but if you come to Infinity and kind of talk through what your goals are. We have some really great options for you. And that machine is basically these paddles. And so based on what muscle group you're wanting to increase muscle tone and also help kind of break down that fat and lose little inches, most people come in for the abdomen. They get great results with it. That's only one paddle needed. But if you do the glutes, you'll literally put these 2 paddles on your butt, and they're just about. I mean, you're laying there and you can be on your
lift it up, baby.
Yeah, lay on your stomach, be on your phone, you know, even
like
Kim
make a phone call.
Okay, yeah, exactly.
Deal.
Yeah, no.
Sign me up.
You've seen Kim on like her Instagram's posting on it. J-Lo did it leading up to like Super Bowl 2 years back. Actually, that was just last year, I think.
Oh yeah.
She did it last year before her performance in Miami. Or
J-Lo didn't need that.
Yeah, she was like doing it for abs, you know,
old.
And
gravitational pull hits everybody.
That's true. That's a lot of badonkadonk to gravitate.
Yeah,
yeah, it's a lot to drop.
It's a lot to drop.
That ass though.
I know.
It's okay.
It's so for real, and it's
just
real.
I know.
Girl.
It's amazing. Yeah.
Is Kim's real?
No, it used to be.
Yeah, I think she had a
huge.
When did you talk to her?
I know her. Okay, no, I don't know.
What all did she put in there?
I know, right? I don't know. Kanye
I mean, a lot.
No, and it's definitely, that can't be. Like, everything's sculpted about her. The only one of the sisters that hadn't had anything is Courtney. She hasn't had anything from what everyone has said. Chloe is
Courtney. Okay, the more like the elongated model one.
Yes.
Right? Okay, yeah. She's like just kind of basically.
No, she's the one with the kids. She's the one with the most kids. Like she's
Courtney, the third of the.
She's all holistic and
she
stuff.
is. She's all health and she's very health conscious, I guess.
Yeah,
but everyone says she hasn't had anything done. Chloe and all the rest of them. We know Kylie doesn't look nothing like she used to look. Apparently, I don't know.
Yeah, I know Kylie.
And then there's always Bruce.
Oh, Bruce! You mean Caitlin? Had to go with a K.
Unbelievable.
That was
unbelievable.
I just love that he had a K name.
Olympian athlete.
I'm like,
I mean, you never know. Just whatever tickles your fancy, I guess.
As much attention as that show already like has created, because they are like all beautiful girls, and they've kind of made the most of like individually what they do, but that like to be tied to that, it's like that's like the record of like unique stuff happening within one show and one family, right?
I mean, they've all had something. I mean, Chloe and Lamar. I mean, like,
but that like spin-off of it was just like, wow, unbelievable. It was like, but it was, I guess, good for a lot of the public to like embrace, like what he did and that sexuality, that the change of it, because I think in a way so many people are, like so many people are offended by that or disrespect people because there's choices, and so I think that just highlighted it so much for people really all around the world to like connect and be like, oh, now we can really understand his perspective and like what he was going through, like what other stage out there would someone been able to reach that many people?
Which is
you'd almost think it was like planned to like show what this is like, but it wasn't. He's like, really, this is
this is what I want. But a lot of people thought it was a ploy to just get publicity, but I don't think he went that far.
I know, it's like that was really
no. I think it really was within him that he wanted the change. I mean, I don't know.
All from a conversation about the Kim's butt.
I know. Look, we just spun on the Kim's
At the end of the day, I'm not God. None of us are.
Oh, I'm not judging any of them. I just
no. That's why I'm like, it's almost like maybe it was like the Kardashians were a blessing to help like the transgender people because of opening up that door, because I'm not that familiar with I don't. So it's something that you're like, oh. Without having to go ask, it's right in front of you on television.
Well, because they put it there, like you don't have to.
I missed that episode.
Yes, let me rewind it. I know, because they did go over like a lot of the transition stuff, I believe, on that show. Like they explained like what he went through and stuff. Yeah. So they brought awareness, if anything.
Definitely, exactly.
Yeah.
Which is shout out to Bruce.
Hey,
good for you.
It's Caitlin though. Now.
Oh,
yeah, to Caitlin.
He might get mad. Okay. Not that he'll watch this, but hey, if you do,
it's awesome. If you do, you better share it.
But speaking of God and God's calling in your life, so this is my favorite part of you. So you have a show called Hatching for Health, and you have a nonprofit and a foundation. And tell the audience what you do.
Yeah, absolutely. So Hatching for Health it's the Jessica Hatch show, but Hatching for Health is basically what we're doing is hatching children into better health, children that were born with rare diseases, disorders, disabilities, and really just kind of helping them find that path, to live with it or potentially find a cure.
Nice.
So a lot of what we're doing is creating awareness, the simple awareness for them And you'd be shocked, some of the parents, as far as they've gone to create awareness for those individual children. And so we're kind of just, a lot of times picking back on what they've already done.
Right.
Whereas I thought so much of this was going to be like, untalked about or uncomfortable, but no, they find these like groups of others, and have entire organizations and new foundations created like for so many rare conditions that I hear of every week that I'd never heard of before.
Wow.
And so these situations are beautiful to be able to talk about and have the family and the child be vulnerable. But part of that episode, we always try and bring on a specialist, whether it's, specific to, like whether it's that actual child's doctor or just someone specific to what's going on. For example, if a child comes on with a heart condition, our goal is going to bring on their heart doctor, cardiologist, or find one that can take time out and talk about these problems and kind of be an expert opinion.
Nice.
So if ever they're searching for a goal, then we're on board to try and find a cure. We're on board to try and make that happen. Some of these, are just, I guess, disorders that they have to live with. Like it's not a matter of finding a cure, it's just kind of finding the best way to live with it.
Right.
And a lot of people, they share their story, and then I hear from families that are like, just having their child diagnosed, and they're like, oh my gosh, now I'm like, this just gives me all that information I've been looking for, and it kind of connects dots for them that they're like, just so scared and feel like they have nobody, know.
It's so sad, you count your blessings when you have a healthy child.
Amen.
And if you get one with a rare disease that the insurance companies are just not familiar with, it's
fair.
probably a nightmare to have to go through that.
Well, because we're blessed. Our babies are, but I couldn't imagine. And then thank God for you to come in and try to help.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that stuff is just outrageous in price.
It really is. And that's like one of the things we touch on, like each episode. It's like, okay, I want to know, like, is this covered by insurance?
Right.
What portion of it is? And then I think a lot of them, even when it's covered, they're like, our biggest hang up is the copays, because we have to go see like a cardiologist, a neurologist, a ENT, and like, I'm like, oh my goodness, like,
everybody's like at least 20 to 40 each.
Everybody, tends to have like a handful, almost like a team. Most of these disorders, it's like they literally have so many different things going on with different sensories, like internally. That it requires a team of doctors to basically assist them in their life.
It's not just one thing. It's a whole bunch of, it's a team. Yeah.
And then when it's like related to, some type of speech or physical therapy, like those sessions are, like almost 3 times a week sometimes, Wow. And so then they're like, have all, and then the insurance will cover like 10 a month, and then you've got to start paying out of pocket. So a lot of, obviously, like the show is the show, but the foundation is there to raise money so we can help these families, So whenever I get a family that comes on and they're like, Jessica, like we actually haven't been able to cover expenses. We've got, medical bills out,
so sad,
all the way over here. And then it's like, okay, well, what can we do to help? And we try and position ourselves, to help and give whatever we can, and so the more, obviously knowledge about the foundation and what we're doing, the better we can actually help those people. And there are surgeries sometimes too that insurance will cover a portion of, and it could be a life-saving surgery. It might just be something to get them over the next, hurdle to continue living, like comfortably. And then it might be where if they don't get this, like they might not survive. And so it'll be such a blessing when we get to a point, financially as a foundation where like, I'm like, I've got you, right now it's like, I've got to go find it, cause we're just not there yet. We're so new. But that's going to be, like I would love to never have to say no. It's the same way I think in my clinics. You're gonna make me cry.
I know.
Like my clinics, it's like I don't ever want to tell somebody no.
No, it's their life.
So it's like
I love her. Go to her med spa.
She just brought all the emotions today.
Donate to the nonprofit.
Y'all donate.
I know you're such an amazing person. Usually. And I'm not coming on to you because I've said you're a knockout like
we know she's a knockout.
Usually, I'm in love with my husband. I like him.
But she's a hot woman.
Yeah, but usually someone with that much prestige and that much stature and that much beauty, their hearts just aren't like where yours are.
Nope.
It's just you are just such a unique person that you give back so much.
She does.
And I know. So if someone wants to donate, to the foundation?
Yeah.
How can they donate?
Yeah, so it's hatchingforhealth.org. It's, our website, and basically once you go there, it gives you the option to donate. It's through PayPal, so it's always protected, of course.
Right.
But it's just hatchingforhealth.org, and that's where you can go. And you can obviously always reach out and willing to, meet and kind of understand how our foundation is broken down. We don't have a big team where we're trying to, pay for a bunch of things.
Right.
The only thing that I personally pay for is to film every week, because every episode costs money. So we go out and we find those families, and then we go and film at the studio. So hopefully one day it'll be picked up by a network where that's paid for by the actual consumers or customers paying for the commercial space, as we know how that works. So that's, my goal right now, outside of everything else, is for it to get picked up by a network that can start to support the show and allow money raised to go directly to children.
Definitely deserves it.
It does deserve it. I mean, seriously. Now, where can we see your show now?
Yeah, so it's NTV Studios is where it is basically on, and so it's Facebook Live every Tuesday night at 7:30 p.m. And so you can watch it there right at 7:30. It starts, and it's over at 8. They can also download the NTV app, and it also airs during that 30-minute segment every Tuesday night at 7:30. It's also on Apple TV and Roku.
Oh, nice.
So to me, it seems like the most accessible is Facebook or the app.
Yes.
But there are those other streaming networks they have. So
if there's a child that needs help or a family that needs help, the same website, just hatchingforhealth.org, there's a message board that the families can reach out to you if they need assistance or would like to come on the show to try to find the doctor that they need with their child.
Yeah, definitely. So in my our email also, it's Jessica Hatch at hatchingforhealth.org. So that is our domain. So just my full name, Jessica Hatch at hatchingforhealth.org. So they can email me directly with any questions about being a part of a show, like health needed, or even if they're looking to donate. So we have this commercial space right now. I mean, every episode we have 3 minutes of commercial space. I usually air my promo for the simple fact, like, it needs to be filled, right?
Right.
But that's not even a necessity to be in the middle of there. Those 3 minutes could be bought by people wanting to buy commercial space. Yeah. So we have a flyer for those prices. It's on our Hatching for Health Instagram, but we can easily email it, and it's extremely affordable. It's usually someone, related to either children, healthcare, parents, because all the parents are watching. So, anything like that, if your business would, benefit from those type of people watching, it's a great opportunity to put it out there.
We have a clip.
Oh,
do we,
really?
Vince, my bud over there.
Oh, love Vince. Hey, Vince.
Imagine hearing the news as a parent that your child has been diagnosed with a condition that is degenerative or life-threatening. Now imagine being told that there's little to no research for the condition that even exists, making it difficult to try and figure out what to do next. The reality is that for so many rare conditions, finding specialists who understand the condition and being able to make informed treatment decisions for their child is very challenging. Each episode, I will help with my network of physicians and medical resources across the U.S. to attempt to connect the dots by bringing widespread recognition of rare conditions and connecting families to the best treatment, clinical experts, resources, and support. I'm going to highlight these hard-to-diagnose diseases and offer in-depth awareness for families of children in the rare disease community. I believe we are all in charge of our own healthcare, and pushing for answers and creating awareness for these various rare health conditions can make the world around us a better place.
Not only am I a huge advocate who seeks to spearhead the fight to bring rare conditions to the forefront of research, but I personally had my own rare condition. In this rare condition, I was able to be cured of due to early detection. My passion to help others was fueled by that experience, and it has led me to start the Hatching for Health show. Now, this show is a vehicle for us to create awareness to help these children find cures.
Well, that was an amazing clip. I love what you're doing.
I love it.
Yes.
It just gives me goosebumps. I mean, I've already heard your story. I already know your story. I mean, but just to hear everything once again about helping the children and everything, it touches my heart completely.
Thank you.
Like, because I'm a mom.
Y'all are both moms. Yeah.
Yes.
So it's like,
I couldn't imagine. I mean, I can still go through this though. You know what I mean? As a mother, just because my children are healthy now doesn't mean they're going to be healthy forever, you know, so it's still fear.
Exactly.
And all parents probably still think like that. You can't count, you know.
Yeah, it's like count your blessings. You just, you know.
But it's great that someone else is out here to be able to help, and you know, it's just a good thing that you're doing.
Yeah, thank you.
It's great.
Well, and you know, sometimes with this rare disease, there is somebody that has it too, and if you have them on their show and they're watching your show, and then they can hear, you know,
it's so
just like
true.
our friend Vivian. She her daughter was born with a congenital heart disease, and she could not find a doctor to help her daughter with anything, and she saw something on Jimmy Kimmel.
See?
And that's how she was able to save her daughter's life, because Texas Children's was just
not
really,
didn't have an answer. They didn't have a doctor.
We need to have her on the show.
We
and you
do.
Need to have
I
her
know.
Vivian, if you're watching
we've
this,
tried to get you
come
on the show.
Girl. Bring it on.
We've been doing a lot of the Zoom calls with parents, children, doctors because of the COVID. So we're completely comfortable with that. So with Vivian, for example, you know, because a lot of these children, their immune systems aren't as strong. So we have to be careful. And so we're a lot of times we'll have the family call in, and you know, it's great footage. We're still able to communicate, get the message across, and then the doctor will be on set, and we can kind of like, you know, circle and have the conversation with the family. So there's a lot of ways. Yeah, I mean, we've had people out of state now. We have a family coming on from England that we've connected with through social media. With I think it's something related to like an ENT type situation, I think, with their nostrils. So yeah, so you would just, you know, you would never believe people because of social media how
it's so broad
it is. And to get on that international level, I mean, it can make big things. Social media is actually, and the Roku and the Apple TV, I mean, that's what's going to take over cable eventually.
It is. I don't even have
I mean,
cable.
the aspirations to be on a network, that's great, but
said.
You never know. You might create your platform just solely on what you've already got going right now.
Well, you never
know.
You're helping people.
I
mean, it's going to come full back circle for you. I mean, you're just out there helping. It's amazing.
Yeah, I think just being able to, you know, to obviously have it grow enough to people recognize it, for it to be a household name where it's like something's going on with Billy. Let's call Hatching for Help. I think you know what I mean. Like I want to be that solution. Like I think that would be amazing, and not because I feel like the resource I can always find, like the financial side of it, like it will get there. Like you know, but I think if you find the resources to help them, like the financial will come. You know, we just gotta connect all the dots. Yeah.
Do you guys have any upcoming events for the charity or anything, or is it you're just gonna? I know you'll plan on the Halloween bash.
Yeah, the Halloween event, that was the first year we did ticket sales for it, and it went well. So that will just kind of be a constant, like we'll do each year.
That's great.
You know, I really have a goal to have an event at Lakewood Church.
Ooh.
I don't know, for whatever reason, I feel it in my heart.
Yeah.
And just because of like, you know, how large of a stadium that is, and like I'd really love to be able to host a gala there, and you know, and have all the families of Lakewood and the children, and you know, be able to come in and talk on stage to them, and have like, you know, the support of like the Osteens. Of course, we did have one pastor come on that's been with them for years, and he's doing amazing things. He works with hospitals and goes in basically and talks to all of, you know, the sick adults and children, and just kind of gives them hope. It's called Chaplaincy Living Hope, because they're considered chaplains when they're talking about Christ within. Great, amazing man. So anyways, I talked to him a lot, and he just gave me a lot of hope on, like, you know, kind of what those goals are, and him being surrounded by that environment, like it just, you know, it gave me a lot of courage.
She'll do it.
I mean,
y'all
could you imagine the energy that you're gonna feel inside, like,
that would be amazing.
Oh my God,
I'll be there. I'll be crying my eyes
I will probably be crying my eyes out too. Like, can I just help you?
Maybe December. Let's just put it out there. Let's put it out there.
You know, put it in the universe.
Put it into existence.
Why not?
Yeah, that's good.
Exactly. That would be amazing.
And no, it really would.
So tell our audience where they can find you for your med spas, your locations, the diagnostics clinics, revamp all that, and then your website for your Hatching for Health.
Yes, so Infinity Diagnostic Center is where you can find us on Facebook, and that's going to be all of our diagnostic services. And then the med spa is Infinity Med Spa. So the domain was taken, so it's medspa.infinity. And then for Hatching for Health, again, it's exactly that, just that, hatchingforhealth.org. They all have social media accounts with Instagram and Facebook, and their own very own website. So, but I'm typically at 3310 Edlow very often if anybody wants to come by and meet and discuss how we can, you know, be of service.
Nice.
She's so genuine, y'all. She's not gonna. Y'all are gonna walk in and you're gonna feel like you've known her, just like we do.
So
She's just awesome.
Yeah. Well, her and I have a little history.
Yeah, we sure do.
Well, you introduced us. We were on my first show together. That was the first time I was.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was the first time I was on my show. Yeah, and we were. Yeah, whenever she sent me like the flyer, I was like, I know you didn't just put my picture next to this hot girl.
Oh, whatever. Shut up.
No, it's like
whatever. You're
a combination of like beauty, like just.
Jessica and I used to do bikini competitions together, but she's so dang tall. You don't want to take a picture next to her. I have a picture of her holding me in the air.
Do I really?
I need to find
You need to find that. I know across. I know.
Yeah.
I was
always like the muscular one of the Texas bikini team.
Yeah.
She had a lot of definition, and back then it wasn't real popular to have that.
It wasn't. Yeah, I was actually like I
brought it out.
That athletic side of me it was just what I looked like. It wasn't like I want to be muscular. It was how my body looked, and everybody was much like softer, feminine.
Right.
Even though I never crossed that line of like too much.
Yeah,
muscle.
no, I don't think so. No.
Because there's that whole like in bikini world,
there's
like
too much.
there's bikini, and then there's like NPC and where it gets like a very different.
Yeah,
I wanted to always keep that
look.
feminine. Touch.
Yeah, you got to.
She definitely made it a trend.
Yeah.
Well, you guys stay tuned for next week, and thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you guys for having me. It was awesome.
Check out the event 3310 Edlow Street. That's Wednesday and February 10th from 5 to 7:30. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Yep.